Welcome to Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Welcome to Daily News Special, episode number 100, 105. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Remember, guys, to like, share, comment, and follow, and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our new uploads that we do upload here. Today, we are celebrating 13,000 subscribers, 13,000 family members. We have joined us here. 1 hour part of us. We are growing each and every day. Yes, slowly but surely. Yes. I mean, if you look back, Tatanga Tine almost like 10 people to 20 to 30, 40, 50, 100, 150, 200, up to 1,000 subscribers, family members, and now 13,000. I mean, Tukfamba, and I just want to say once again, thank you for trusting us, and yes, and thank you very much for being Monday, each and every Friday. Yes, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but due to load shedding, sometimes so talata a opportunity like today whereby kuna load shedding at night, then we can come here and Twitter, just a quick review of some of the stories that we are covering. Some of the stories are just kuma cover. It's because of time, and as I said, ela onya elo shading doing onya viringiza on bringing news to you. But I'll try by all means to give you to keep you guys informed, about what is happening. Is a business is I want to depend more on Zesa. Serious inyaya very concerning. I apologize for the internet, and yes nyaya yemagetsi nyaya kutoti ikuto ikutopisa hasha because magetsi zonga for like a day 2 days zonga usina magetsi saka inyaya ekutoti basa rinenge ratomira because of electricity, and the government is saying that uh, we're still gonna have load shedding. I don't know until when, but load shedding icharamba iripo. Not just in Zimbabwe, only, also in South Africa. We experience all the same pain that we are experiencing here in Zimbabwe. Saka mutone kutoti nyaya load shedding nyaya iri very serious. Nyaya kutoti and yeah, so yeah. Takoti tunga nayo nyaya yellow shedding nyaya iri very 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 serious inyaya kutoti pakaipa mawanja chao and so so guys, earlier on today is I talked about Nyaya Triple C. Yes, Nyaya is very, very speculative. It's alleged that there's factionalism happening in Triple C, and yes, I mean simatora zvitwa pa social media inini pamaclicks takataka kuwaona pana hope pakanyora ise a few days ago. You were just saying, I'm not interested in any position in Triple C. And he was also blasting some of the Triple C big wigs and cockpit, was far with hope of being sort of like an advisor to Nelson Chamisa. And it seems like, there are people who are in Triple C, vasingade kushanda. Tine vanhu vakawanda vakadaro kutoti they don't want to work, they really don't want to contribute anything. Vanhu vekuti vanenge vangogara muoffices zonguva vanoda kungonzi ava ndo vakatanga nepati kanti ava ndo vakafoma pati kanti ava ndo vari kufungidzirwa kunzi maybe ndo vachaita chairman kana vachaita secretary general kana vachaita kuti pane vanhu vakadaro kutoti mupati vanenge vachizviita ivo ndo mafounders, and vakadaro it's a big threat because they really don't want to work for their position. At the same time, they feel like they are more influence than others. Ivo vanenge vachizitora sema original Triple C, and so I still feel like people like that are the people who always want to cause my problems, who always want to cause my factionalism in a political party. So it seems like those people are there in Triple C. Vanakadaro varipo vanoda kutoti asati tambaona on the ground vachimobilize vanhu kana kuti vachiita sei and so one of these guys ari kunzi Secretary General Charlton Wende. Yes, he's something that he's a guy who haven't been attending Triple C rallies for a while now. I don't know why, maybe he's busy or whatsoever, but it seems like he's pushing for some of his friends kuti vaone mapositions candidates for my presidential election, for my elections ari kuya next year na 2023. Remember kuti ma-council seats nema-parliamentary seats. Of course, it's you know when my face I go now, of course, from different parts of the country, from Gokwe, from Chiredzi, from wherever. And now one got to supporter pakanzi parutwa Congress irikuya councillor kanya kuma MPs. So I think it's the ndopatangira factionalism ipapo kuti vanhu vava vanonga kusupporta vayo. No, I know that you support this guy, but you are not popular here. But this same one are popular here. Saka, I feel like this needs to be sorted out before my elections, before before uh, my my inter-party elections achaitika kana hunge kana achazoitika in triple C. Nyaya yemaposition inyaya ida kugadziriswa, and I know vachamisa vakati zvoni people are going to be choosing who shall lead whatsoever, but I still feel that the main needs to sort that that situation as soon as possible. Zvati zvaenderera mberi, because pamberi apa ndaona vanhu vakawanda mutriple C vachibatana pahuro vachimhanyisana nemapanga because of position. Mune munhu agara anoda kuita MP, mune munhu agara anoda kuita councillor, and everyone wants to be a leader, but at the same time there's no one who wants to put work in it. And yes, we need to focus, they need to focus more on mobilization, they need to focus more on urging people to register and vote, and also recruiting as many members as possible. And the triple C win the next year zvichanakira munhu wese, hazvinakiri Chiredzi kana kuti Kambuzuma kuti Mpakose chete, no, zvinakira munhu wese. So I still feel like some people are losing the plot. Some people, they really don't want to put in work, but they just sit because this takatanga ne triple C, this takatine idea ye triple C. We are the ones we're the ones who should get positions. Some people, they even rely and say, no, echamisa the number dzake mfesi wangu, when it comes to nyaya idzi achangoni choose inini because mfesi wangu takabva tese kure. They are so dangerous, they are very bad, because party haikure because vanenge vava ndoma yes men, they don't even have that guts to tell chamisa kuti aiwa apa President Matadza. That's why we end up having a Mugabe situation whereby the man ruled for almost 40 years. The reason why is because he was surrounded by my yes men. So I feel like what I need to do with this whole situation when it comes to factionalism in Triple C. I heard it from Hopo himself, because he was blasting some of the Triple C insiders, although the man didn't mention names. But now he's no pane vamwana vari Triple C vari mucockpit mumomia vasiri kufara nezviri kuitika, vasi position in Triple C. That's like Hopo will actually deny those those positions. So for him, I think he's just lying. And for him to say that I'm a journalist, I'm not a politician, he's also lying. Opel is as good as a politician. He's a politician. He's a journalist / politician, just like Chamisa is a lawyer / politician. So, it is what it is. I still think that the man needs to sort out Congress, if Triple C is going to go to Congress. If not, Gapawe Pane a proper way of selecting my leaders. And as he said, Chamisa, that people are the ones who are going to be selecting my leaders. I still think that the process needs to be transparent. The process needs to be open for those people to decide who they want to represent them in every constituency, in every ward. Okay, here in Ward 5, we want to go and vote for this guy because he's popular, he's a guy who can deliver. If that's the process that Chamisa is going to be doing or is going to be implementing, it needs to be transparent so that people can choose who they want to them to lead. And so I still feel like Nyayo needs to be solved. Factionalism needs to be solved before my elections, before when we're talking campaign for 2023 elections. And so guys, I don't know that President Emerson Mnangagwa, the man was in New York, or he's still in New York. He was supposed to travel to Cuba. I hear that kune cyclone iriku that area Cuba, somewhere there. And so the men were supposed to travel to Cuba, but I think vari kumirira kuti clear here ozoenda kucuba kana kuti I don't know, but he had a meeting with the diasporans in the US a few days ago, which was Saturday, and he had a meeting again with ZANU-PF supporters who are in New York, who are in USA. I mean, we saw him talking about Zimbabwe is open for business. He's talking about one thing that I always find it amusing is that of course he's saying all those right things. We're in Zimbabwe, your money is guaranteed, is protected, guaranteed. And I heard also the Minister of Finance, Professor Mtulin Hube. I mean, those you should now allow those ZANU-PF members to vote in America. Kapauka nema ballot box amunotumira kuAmerica, amunotumira ku UK, ku London, amunotumira ku South Africa, amunotumira ku Australia, ku China, and people can vote. Those diasporans can vote, for their preferred candidate. And so you always want the money, you always want them to come home and invest, but don't want to give them that freedom of them voting. And so you cannot just want money. musingavabvumidzwe kuti vanhu vava vakwanise kuvhota. So I think it's unfair. When it comes to nyaya dzemadiasporans kuti vakwanisewo kuregister kuvhota. And so you are saying all those right things. Nyika inowakwana nevayo, and was talking about land, say kuti uyai tikupai minda kuno mukwanisa kurima timaprojects akawanda atinenge tichiita. Of course he's the president, is trying to sell the brand Zimbabwe, and of which you are just repeating what he said last year but one. I mean, it's not the first time that he's doing such meetings like that in New York. He has done so many meetings in New York before, and he's still saying the same thing over and over again, which means that hapana chiri kufamba. As for the sanctions, we've seen so many presidents of Africa in the UN vachitaura nezvemasanctions, vachiti masanctions aya ngabviswe. According to America, they're saying that those sanctions are targeted sanctions, individuals who are targeted, and entities, and so they're not affecting any Zimbabwean economy. And sanctions are also kuataka Zimbabwean economy. No, I don't go restrictor. No, the sanction list and the entities, government entities who are also on the sanction list. Saka musanyitaura muchiti sanctions are akuti vanhu vabve muZimbabwe vaenda kuSouth Africa. I mean, Cyril Ramaphosa, the man wanted those sanctions to be removed because they were saying that they're putting a burden in South Africa, and which is true, which is 100% true. Over the years, I've seen so many Zimbabweans vachicrossa vachibva kuZimbabwe vachienda kuSouth Africa to look for greener pastures, some for medical. I mean, for real. I mean, those sanctions have actually benefited South Africa, and yes, they've benefited them. They've also put burden on them again. And Saka, the men were saying that you need to remove those sanctions because they are hurting Zimbabwe. But we all know that the Zimbabwe government needs to do something. They need to give in something. They need to do something so that those sanctions can be removed. So what Mugabe used to do back in the day is the same thing that ED is doing, and he's hiding behind Nejigumwe like this, and he knows what he knows what he needs to do. And ED is a lawyer. Zambi is a lawyer. They know what they need to do so that those sanctions can be removed. So someone is saying that Ian Smith regime was on sanctions, but the country was doing well. The sanctions, Smith was also under sanctions. Smith under sanctions, and but I mean, at that time, Mariam Zimbabwe engene simba for US dollar, maybe 1 to 1 in a pound maybe, and is for the failed state to blame sanctions is just a lie. Nyaya corruption don't nyaya Zimbabwe. Just imagine kuti kutanga kwegore rino kusvika zvinezvi mwedzi wechinaini, and how many millions of dollars have been stolen from government coffers? How many millions of dollars have been taken away, by people, by individuals? And imari millions akawanda, mari iyoyo yakwanisa kubatsira zvinhu zvakawanda, mari iyoyo yakwanisa kutobatsira panyaya dzehealth care, of which hamuna mishonga, my nurses, my doctors, my specialists, they leave in Zimbabwe to other countries because of mari dzakutambira ishoma. Saka government always say kuti hatina mari, hatina mayusa, but mayusa aripo ari kubiwa. There are people who are taking the money, there are people who are who are externalizing the money. What ED says in 2018 regarding to externalization, saying that you arrest people, you do this, you do that. I mean, it's still happening even today. 4 years later, people are still externalizing money. Where is he getting the money? Where are they getting the money from? And so, nyaya corruption ndo nyaya yekutoti ndo yaondongera zvichikuitika. As this person saying that Ian Smith was under sanctions, but the country was performing well better. And so someone said kuti are sanctions punching where they are supposed to punch. Kuti, I hate the experience of my country's leadership under sanctions because they are presented as excuses. Everything haywire. They were for misgovernance but have become licenses of even the worst things. They were never really necessary in the first place. Made with purpose of hurting some China. They can fly to Europe. They can fly to Australia. Is the elite. They're not hurting the people who are on the list. They are hurting the ordinary people. Saka, the definition of sanctions on Zimbabwe is ine maversions akasiyana-siyana. Muna munhu ano-explain zvakasiyana-siyana. Mumwe anoti they are hurting the current economic space. Vamwe vachiti no, they are not hurting the economic current space. They are hurting the people who are on the list. Some people, they are saying kuti sanction or no sanction, Zimbabwe is a failed state. Saka mune munhu ane maonero ake anawo regarding to nyaya dzema-sanctions. So you guys are free to comment in the comment section. Ndo nyaya yatota nezvayo ino. Mumwe ari kuti poor people are suffering and corruption is very high because minerals are sold to black market, enriching few political connected. That's why South Africa is flooded by Zimbabweans. And mumwe ari kuti ZANU-PF has never been affected by sanctions. And one thing that Africans should learn is that America only detects. They never listen to anything said by African or Asian leaders. We are so inferior to them that even our countries are listed as private companies in their books. When we say SA is part of Zim problems, you denied human rights being perpetrated daily, but he keeps quiet. Just like Mbeki, who said being a bootlicker, he must tell Mnangagwa to obey the committee in parliament. ZANU-PF is a gang of crooks using propaganda to the villagers. Operation torture, Sikala is inside for demanding justice. Rubbish. And he's saying that Ajajena has been accused of that whole situation in $5 million US, but the man is still attending a parliament, actually MP, actually chairman of agriculture committee. At the same time, Muna Rabira Kotko, which is part of his committee. Saka, how can he still be a chairman of a committee in parliament? Can I change $5 million US? Isn't he supposed to be suspended? Isn't he supposed to be at home sitting? Achimira nyaya kuti tange yafinalizwa first odzokera parliament. Saka, some of these situations mutonaneka kuti pakaipa ndika. So this is a daily news special on Prince Millerentertainment Entertainment TV. Yes, President Mnangagwa, he used to in the US. We saw the SA government, Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of SA. He was in the US a few days ago, last week. He talked about the sanctions at the UN General Assembly. You also some other African leaders talking about the sanctions, saying that Zimbabwe should be removed on the sanction list. And they're saying that they're hurting Zimbabweans more than ever. And for the sanctions to be removed, Zimbabwe is not Katsikana. And so do you think if the sanctions are removed, these guys are just lying? Here on a daily news special on Prince Millerentertainment TV. Many people are saying, you know what? No, it's not that. It's not that. And my sanctions is just an excuse. And corruption, and people were still doing that. And I mean, one funny thing is that these guys are taking money here. One is UK, somewhere, kuna nyika dziri more developed than Zimbabwe. And mari yacho vachizoiti shandroads are proper. And saka mutemeko kuti tiri panguva yakaoma. And so ndongo nyaya zvakare yatati kurikure nezvayo here on Daily News Breaking News on Prince. So guys, as you know that teacher mari dzavo dzakawedzerwa ne 25 years. I think that's last week. So now they're now earning $200 is per month. Ndo mari dzakutambira teachers edu. And so guys, thank you very much for listening and watching. Before I go, Parliament has cancelled inflated tenders for the supply of laptops and desktop computers in the public interest. It was supposed to pay 473 laptops pegged at $9,000 each. So that tender yema laptops ayenza idiwa 173 itender yakanzulwa ne parliament after that whole situation leaked on social media. And saka you don't have to worry about kuti anzi vachatenga laptops e 9,000 aiwa itender azokanza make noise. And social media yakasimudza musoro yakati zviti how can we purchase a $9,000 laptop. And akambonyanya sei malaptop aya ari kuita $9,000. Saka tender yabva yakanzurwa. So guys, thank you very much for listening and watching. This is a daily news special on Prince Mille Entertainment TV. Remember guys to like, share, comment and follow. We'll be back here on Friday kana kusina in and around Zimbabwe, and we're covering them this will cover, so we're gonna keep you in the loop tomorrow in the morning as we continue talking about stories which are making headlines here in Zimbabwe. And my name is Prince. Remember to like, share, comment and follow, and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our new uploads that we do upload here. Let's meet again on Friday at 7 o'clock at time on Daily News Special. Bless up.